Hey everyone, it's Chairman here, back with another feature live match gameplay with commentary. This is the final round of our shop challenge tournament that we had at King Kong Games. This is top cut finals. It's going to be another Quince mirror match, and we've actually featured both of these players before on this channel. The round 1 winner for the first video versus the round 3 winner. Wouldn't luck have it, they are facing each other in the finals. I did not plan this at all. I actually just chose the best 3 games and it just happened to play out this way, so super interesting coincidence. But yes, it's another Quince mirror, and I think we've talked about the Quince mirror quite a lot already in the previous game, and we've actually talked about both of their decks and some of the card choices that they've made. And so let's see if they can have a pretty good game here. So on the right, Quince player is opening up using the climax swap to stock a card from hand, and then immediately using that stock on the Ichika Brainstormer to stack itself and look at top 4 to grab a card. Just sounds like he wants to mill. Yep, wants to mill early so he can get a 1/1 onto the field as soon as possible, and then also tie the level 0 play. Oh, is it actually over? He's bigger? No, he's not bigger. Yeah, I was like, that's a tie. Wait, why is the card still there? Yep, and it's a tie, so they tie each other. So far, so good. And Quince player on the left is going to use the Itsuki. Again, left Quince player with the Tsukihime sleeves has opted to use the Itsuki as a hand filter instead of the Nino. Reasons why you would do that, once again, as I mentioned in the previous video, it can go through 2 cards or from your deck instead of just 1. And it also allows you to discard anything, not just the Nino, to get the draw effect. Alright, plays the climax, standbys out. Unfortunately, standbys out a bounce back, so not the best target. And I think the only reason why you would do this is if your hand had a lot of climaxes to begin with. So definitely doing that kind of like just to get climax out, exchange the climax for a card on the board. But does stick pretty good damage so far. So the Quince player on the right is level 1 already. Although this will be the turn where if they can standby out a 2/2 and just start building advantage, it can definitely snowball in their favor. Let's see what they will do with this turn. So yeah, playing the runner, it just seems like a good generic beater card. And then, okay, only attacking twice. Oh, okay, I think that's fine, actually, because once again, if you attack more than once and you can't defend the cards that you're attacking with, then they're just minuses to hand. And so attacking twice here, I think it is fine. Although, oh wait, actually this is pretty good because now the Quince player on the left is going to be stuck at level 0, and if they're stuck at level 0, they won't be able to contest the Quince player on the right's board, which means that they will be able to untap with the full board, conserve hand, probably not have to clock. I think that's pretty good. I would front here just to deny the resource. Yes, exactly, fronting here for 2. Now if the Quince player on the left does have a on-play Riki, they can use that to hit themselves to level 1. Which is a little unfortunate. You probably wouldn't want to have triggered there if you didn't have to, or like, if you could have not triggered there, you would have preferred not to trigger, but it is what it is. I still think you front there just to remove the card from the board. Otherwise, they get to untap with a free card. You just you don't want that to happen. All right, but I mean, I think in this case, the Quince player on the left doesn't actually play the on-play Riki. He plays the on-death. So no matter what, would not be able to hit themselves to level 1 this turn. That's kind of one of the reasons why you would want to play an on-play Riki rather than an on-death Riki in a standby deck. It's specifically just so that you can hit yourself to the next level and standby out much better units than if you were stuck at 0. So if he's at 0, he can only standby out level 1. But if he could have hit himself to level 1, he can standby out level 2. I think Quince, though, specifically Quince, is not really a deck where you care that much about that because your 2/2 is just not a very good card to standby out through triggering a standby. Usually when you trigger standby, you want to standby out like a really big 2/2, but the 2/2 on the Quince side is actually very small. So you can't really standby it in front row and expect it to like live. You probably have to hand encore it. So either you just standby to back row, or which kind of defeats the purpose a little bit, or yeah, you stand by out to front row and you have to commit another card to protect it. So I do think that in Quince, compared to like other decks like Mushoku, where you stand by out like a 2/2 Mushoku, that thing is going to live for sure, or it's going to contribute to at least something living, so it's just like really strong. Whereas in Quince, stand by out the 2/2 isn't really that important here. Okay, does trigger the 3/2 Nino, which acts as another standby here. So standby over the Interesting. Okay, standby over the Itsuki to get the the Ichika Brainstormer here. I think it's not a bad idea. Again, I like prioritizing utility in the back row just because it's kind of hard to get that utility into your hand whenever you need it, and then just having the utility in back row allows you can use it, and especially the Ichika is so good because even if you don't want to keep it around, you can just pay 1, send it to waiting room, and then you get the mill, and then you can replace it with something else, or you can stand by something else into that position. So yeah, I think the Ichiki is always a great target to stand by out, especially early game when you don't have really good targets in waiting room or something like that. Alright, but I mean, I think this is just a really good position for the Quintuplets on the right, actually. Even though he's behind in damage, this turn can easily make up for it. He's attacking 3 times, and then he also has empty back row, so any standby he's triggering is just going to be free value, and he's going to clear the entire board this turn. So yeah, just like solid play, I think. Yeah, he's caught up on damage. It's evened out. He's going to be still behind after the Quintuplets on the left attacks, but he's definitely winning in terms of board. And his opponent has very few resources, so he's going to have to continue clocking and then trying to build resources to fight this board. So the 1-1 is probably going to be able to contest the 0-0 at least, and then the 1-1 if he has like a bounce back here. But yeah, he's going to have to come up with something. So looks like he's just going to give up the 1-1 lane. I think that's fine. Although if you have the 2-2 standby, you would want to standby out the 2-2 in front of the 1-1 that doesn't have hand encore, because they can always save the one with hand encore. But if he doesn't, if you kill the one that doesn't have hand encore, then there's no way they can save that. So that's definitely better, I would say. So if he has a standby combo, he should standby out in front of the blue 1-1 instead of the red 1-1. Okay, uses the Itsuki here, reveals, discards. Oh wow, he discarded the climax. I guess he has another one in his hand then. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Yeah, and then the double filter coming in pretty handy here, and also just going through 2 cards. I think the cool thing about this Itsuki is that it goes through 2 cards, which can be very valuable. The other Nino is a little bit slower in terms of deck speed, just because it can only at most go through 1 card, while this Itsuki has the potential to go through 2 cards. Also, if you see 2 clean and then you can brainstorm for like additional milling, knowing that the first 2 are clean, that's also really nice. It's a good feeling. Alright, so I think he's getting ready to play the climax, but again, I would move the board around. You want the 2-2 to be attacking the blue 1-1 here. Hey, let's go! That's the right play there. Yep. So now you hard remove the 1-1 because that doesn't have hand encore, so it's going to die. The 1-1 in the center you don't care about because it just really doesn't matter. And then yeah, you can just crash into it. Pretty good. So now he gets to keep the 1-1 but loses everything else. So this is definitely the correct combat order for sure. Wow, player on the right has not been canceling. I don't think they've canceled a single time this game yet. Oh no, they've canceled it once. Okay, levels up here. I think that's right. And then triggers a standby. Actually very good. I would still probably stand by the back row just because you're staring down the 2-2 Nino in the back row on the player on the right side. So if you stand by front row, it's probably gonna be dead. So just probably stand by a good. Yep, that's perfect. Standbying out utility into the back row. It's excellent choice here. And for 2 damage, yes, because you triggered the standby. He's thinking. Oh, is he thinking about counter just to not take the damage here? It's not the worst idea because you do have an excess of stock, and he's triggered standby first. Ooh, okay. Uses the counter, pays out 3 stock, including the standby climax that he triggered first card. I do think that is not a bad play because of the fact that it would be pretty hard for him to trigger or to pay out that first standby. Ooh, nice. Get some value off of the on death Riki there. But yeah, it would have been really hard for him to pay out that standby climax, I think. So by using the counter, he basically effectively heals 2. Since he doesn't know if he's going to cancel or not, he effectively heals 2 and then also gets to pay out that climax. I think using the counter proactively is not a bad thing. Sometimes players will want to hold it, just diamond hands it until the very end, but that's not necessarily the best play. You want to use it when it makes sense, right? And I think in that situation, because it pays out the climax that he triggered first card, it definitely makes sense. Otherwise, I just think otherwise this turn is going to be very difficult for him to pay out that climax. He would either have to hard play like a 2-2 or something in order to pay it out. Okay, and then it looks like based on his draw order, of course confirmation bias, but he would not have canceled. So yeah, turns out to be the right play there, I think. Okay, and then he's looking okay this turn. I mean, he drew a climax, which is good. He'll be able to play it. And then he can use the 2/2 to attack, which is definitely pretty good. Salvaging a level 1 here. That's really good, right? You can just salvage the the clock kicker here. Yeah. Move the back or the front, play the clock kicker in the back, clock kick the 2/2, and then use the 1/1 on the other 1/1. And okay, and then he draws it. Yeah, and then you can standby out something you want. Yeah. So clock kick the 2/2. Yeah, use the 1. Yep. Excellent play here. This is just perfect. Yeah, move the 0/0 in the front. 100%. Yep. Give the clock kick effect to the right. And yeah, we're off to the races. This is really good. Now, the only thing he needs to be careful of is his opponent is at 1/5, which means that if his attack order is a little bit weird, there could be no card in clock for him to clock kick. So I would definitely attack in a order where you will most likely be able to still clock kick, which means not attacking with it first, right? You want to attack with like a 1/1 here or something. Oh yeah, you can attack with the 2/2 first. That's fine. For 3 damage here. So if it sticks, yeah. So now that it sticks, he's guaranteed to be able to clock kick here, which is the whole point. And then he can also assign soul here. It's really hard to tell if these players are assigning soul or not without audio. I'm just not listening to it because it's kind of distracting. Okay. Oh, wow, it triggers another climax. Ooh, that's not actually very good, unfortunately. But he does get to stand out a 3/2. Does he have the 3/2 Nino in his waiting room? Let's see. Does he have it? Oh, right there. Yes, he does have it. That's pretty good. But yeah, you don't really want to trigger standbys here. Okay, so he's gonna be triggering for 2, so he does not assign the soul. Yeah, he did not assign the soul here at least, which I'm just assuming he did not assign the soul, period here. And then it's going to be, let's see here. That's like 7/5, 9k power. Is the counter enough? I know the counter is not enough. Yeah, I don't think he can counter up. Oh, he's still gonna do it anyways. Interesting. I don't think that protects, does it? That's like a 2k counter. 8/5. Oh wait, 6/5, 8/5. I mean the 1/1's still bigger. So, is he just doing this to mill a card from the deck? I guess if he's out completely clean, that mills 1 and he gets to salvage something. But it's at the cost of a stock. I don't know if that was necessarily worth it if he can't protect the 1/1 here. I don't think that protects, right? Yeah, it's like what 6/5, 8/5 with the 1/1 counter versus staring down the 9k power. It should not be protecting. But yeah, I mean, he does get to salvage anything from his waiting room, and at such a low deck, it's not necessarily a bad thing here. So we'll see if that's the right play or not. Yeah, it's still dead though. Yep. Oh, but he might not be able to clock kick if. Okay, well that's 3 damage, so he's definitely gonna be able to clock kick here. Okay, and then yeah, wow, hits him to level 3 already. That's so quick. Wait, this is going extremely one-sided. Very favorable for the player on the right here. I think that was just a really good turn. I mean, this is the turn where he potentially will lose a lot of the steam because he did trigger 2 standbys, and yeah, this turn. Oh, but I think he has a 2/3 event in hand, right? So he'd be able to use the event to pay the climaxes back out, and then he's actually good to go again. That's actually pretty huge. Okay, yeah, I definitely would think of an opportunity to use the event here, just to pay the climaxes out. They'll go back into the deck, and then yeah, you're definitely gonna be sitting pretty. Like, you should be able to stay at level 2 for another turn, which is like huge here. All right, I'm gonna be playing the healer at level 3. Not the time you want to be playing that healer, but definitely better to heal than nothing. And unfortunately, the 0/0 Itsuki is not gonna be able to contest anything on this board, so he's going to have to crash that as well. Definitely looking pretty rough. Very low stock resources. Oh, playing the bouncer. Oh, that bouncer is actually going to be pretty good here because he can bounce back the level 0 Itsuki, get some filter for the following turn. That's actually pretty good. And has a standby. Yep, standby 3/2. Okay, yeah, that's definitely pretty good actually. And then he can assign soul here. Definitely would assign. Is he gonna? Let's see. Let's count the soul here. So this is gonna be for 1 damage, right? Okay, yeah. So he did not assign the soul there. But yeah, the attack order is correct because he's gonna do this and then he's gonna discard a card that he can't play. Okay, I don't know if I would discard that, but yeah. And then bounce, so this is gonna be for another 1. Okay. Alright, and then fronting here. Looks like it's gonna be a front attack. Yeah, I would definitely 2/3 event here for sure. Especially if this is a trigger. Oh, I would 2/3 event here for sure. 100%. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's such a good 2/3 event here. Holy. Yeah, pays out both of the climaxes. They go back into the deck. He gets to untap with everything. And I mean, does he even need to do anything at this point? It's just like, just start swinging, right? He's got like really, I think his compression is like absolutely amazing here. So yeah, just start swinging. 3 damage, cancels. Okay, that's good for the player on the left. Yeah, probably gonna go back with basically all 8, right? Yeah, that's really good. And he is in a weird situation here though, like in the sense that he doesn't have any more 2/3 counters, so like he can't play defensively on the next turn. But I mean, I think it's still such a good 2/3 counter there specifically, right? Just prevents the 3 damage. He knows he's out. Shuffles the 2 climax and stock back in. Like this is such a commanding position. Yeah. I mean, this is just really well played. I think this is a huge improvement even just from his first game, where he was kind of making some misplays. Oh, another cancel. Wow, okay. Yeah, it's just a few uncharacteristic misplays, it seemed like. Triggers the standby. It's okay. Again, like you still put 2 back, so it's like really good here. Like the one standby here, last card trigger, is not too big of a deal. Like you're definitely not dead. Your opponent has like way too few resources. So yeah, I'm just really very impressed. Like it seems like he's almost a completely different player from the first one. I think maybe first round nerves, potentially. You know, play on the camera for the first time, just a little bit nervous, but definitely seems a lot more comfortable with the deck. I'm playing it very well here. Okay, misses on the top check, but decides to grab it. I mean, I think the grab is just mostly because he wants to be able to play it and then potentially count combo here. Holy, search 3. Well, I mean, he would have definitely loved to cancel with those instead of searching them, but I guess searching is fine. Just make sure they're all Ichi, cuz no cheating here. Oh, okay, can only search 2. Only 2 legal targets here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. That is a little unfortunate here. I'm not sure if the brainstorm here is actually that good of an idea, because like, what are you even gonna search? Like, you have no stock. I think like you want healers, right? But like, I don't think he even has like he didn't have Ichika healers in the deck anyways. So like, I'm not really sure what the point in Oh my gosh, it's the climax again on the top check. That's a tragedy here. That's a tragedy and a half here. How is he gonna pay these climaxes out actually? He has 2 in hand. He drew both with the 2 Iskis. I mean, like, does he have a way to discard them at this point? That's so unfortunate because he missed the top check twice, so he can't discard with a top check. Oh my, that's like definitely the part where the Nino is better because you can discard anything for the top check on the Nino effect, and you don't have to hit or anything like that. But yeah, the fact that both of the Iskis hit the climax on the top is just really unfortunate here. Yeah, I mean, and it's really hard because like sometimes the Iski is better, sometimes the Nino is better. It's all these like very case by case situations. Like in this scenario, Nino would have been better, but like in other scenarios, Iski is better. So it's really hard to say which one you should run instead. I think it's just whatever your preference is, like whatever fits your playstyle or your like, yeah, whatever works better for you, I think. So I think clearly for the player on the left, he's, you know, definitely has all the cards and decided to use Iski, and I think that's fine. I think the most important thing is to play, right? Just test all these different. Oh wow, he's standbying that. Does he not have a better standby target? There's no way. Like he has to have a better standby. He has the changer in the waiting room. I saw him trigger the like. He like discarded it earlier. Why didn't he? I mean, definitely he's really far behind here, and it's unlikely that he'll win. But you can't just phone it in like that, man. Like there's the changer. The changer would be such a good card here. Instead standbys out this 3/2. Miku that doesn't have effect on the field, so kind of strange here. I mean, I think like maybe he's thinking if he has another turn, but he also has the other climax, so he could have at least tried to standby out like the 3/2 what's it called? The 3/2 Nino. But yeah, this is a little weird choice, but we'll see what happens. Oh wow, cancels. Okay, I mean on the for the play on the right, you just untap it, and if you have combo, you just go, right? You just need to do 2 damage. It's definitely not very hard. Okay, well, I mean, doesn't have combos, so I guess he's just gonna swing 3 times here. He's still very favored. Although he does have a few 2-soul swings here that are like direct for 3s that might not cancel. Oh, direct for 4? Oh, he cancels? Oh, for 3? Can you triple cancel here? It would be huge. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, yeah, wasn't able to triple cancel on the final turn. Yeah, I mean, I think the game just kind of ran away for the player on the left. I mean, the player on the right definitely snowballed really hard with that that level 1 turn. Again, I think the pacing of the game is like so important, because like player on the right definitely had that turn where he could really push, even though he was behind on damage. There was that one turn where he was able to push and then deny field resources for his opponent, and then just kind of snowball the game from there. And then it was really out of the player on the left's grasp that entire time. I just have to commend really good event timings for the player on the right. Honestly, really good event timings. Like the second one definitely seemed like a very obvious one, but I think the first one also was really key. I think the first one a lot of players might have missed to like use the event there, because you only have 6 stock, and like stock is pretty valuable. You might want to keep it, but yeah, he just knew that he couldn't pay out the climax and then didn't want to take the 3. Yeah, just like great event timings here, using it proactively just to grow this damage lead, and there's just like very comfortable win here for the player on the right. Super good job, honestly, pretty good game, like pretty straightforward, nothing too exciting, just like playing standby, pretty much straight, but no misplays, not that I could tell really. And just good job by both players. Maybe a little bit of the soul modulation. Again, the 3-2 Ichika is so good for the soul. So maybe seeing a little bit more proactive thinking about like using the soul to like get better sides or like pushing more damage. But otherwise, yeah, good job. This is a great game. Congratulations to the player on the right, purple sleeves, playing the Quints deck. And yeah, congratulations for his buy card. Hope he gets to put that to good use. As always, if you have any comments, feedback, questions, whatever, just feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will hopefully be back with more of these feature matches. They seem to be pretty popular on this channel, but I will also have some pretty nice videos coming up. I have some really exciting stuff in the works. Hope you guys enjoy that when that comes out. And yeah, so as always, this has been Chairman. I will see you guys next time. Peace.